Today I am going to be making some queso fundido con chorizo, also called chorizo. I am using this Oaxaca cheese right here. If you can't get that, you can use something like a low moisture mozzarella. That would be totally fine. I got 2 balls of this cheese, which is about 400 grams. I used almost all of it, although I did have a little snacky snack off camera a little bit because it's cheese and I have to eat cheese. Um, so this is the full 2 balls of it. It did make quite a bit of cheese, but you are making queso fundido, so you are supposed to have quite a bit of cheese. These are just some chorizo sausages I picked up from the butcher shop. Got my cheese back out of the fridge. So for us, it's just the 2 of us, and this made quite a bit. It doesn't reheat super well, but we did reheat the leftovers and we had it the next day. It wasn't fabulous, but it was fine. This meal is really best served fresh. Okay, now everything is squeezed out of the sausage casings, and I'm just breaking it up while I cook it. I was not impressed to see that these had chunks of onions already in it. I don't do well with onions, and I don't recall it having onions in it the last time I got it, but it has been a while since I've been to that butcher shop, so whatever, it was fine. I made do, but I'm just cooking the meat here and breaking it up. You want it to be fully cooked before you add any cheese to it. And when I was finished cooking it, I did scoop out about, I don't know, like a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup or so, just to sprinkle over the top of the cheese a little bit later. So I'm just sprinkling my almost 400 grams of cheese over all of my fully cooked chorizo meat. I was hoping they would have had chorizo verde at the store so that I could make 2 different versions. Their chorizo verde is really, really good, but unfortunately they only had the roja version today. Well, I guess not today, whenever I picked it up, but that's okay. I made do with that. Taking me forever to sprinkle all this cheese on. There's so much of it. You want to try to make it even, so I don't recommend just dumping it on there and hoping for the best. You want to try to get it into as even a layer as possible. So let the cheese start melting. I put on a lid. Some people do put it in the oven, but my oven was busy proofing some other stuff I was making. So I just put the lid on it here, and you let all of that beautiful chorizo grease come up through the cheese. And I can tell that it's almost done melting. So at this point, I'm going to sprinkle over the little bit of meat that I reserved just over the top of it here. And I'll pop the lid back on and let it finish melting. Before eating, I definitely recommend letting it cool down a little bit. You don't want to let it cool down too much. I let it cool down a little bit too much because I was busy doing a couple of other things, but you don't want it to burn your face off, but you definitely do want it to be hot and melty. These were some corn tortillas that my in-laws sent home with man. So because I let mine cool down just a little bit too much, the cheese pull wasn't as grand, not as stringy and gooey, but it's still really nice and melty. It was a good temperature for me because I had no desire to burn my mouth off. And that's it. That is your chorizo or queso fundido con chorizo, whatever you call it. It's pretty quick and super delicious. Just don't make so much of it that you have a ton of leftovers because, like I said, it really does not make spectacular leftovers. Let me know if you make this recipe, if you've made something like this before, or if you have other variations that you really enjoy.